Hola y bienvenidos, familia de Essex County College. We hope you and your family are doing well during this time. Thank you for joining us for this special virtual cafe today, powered by Student Life and Activities. This is episode number 47, and it's the finale of our celebration of Hispanic Heritage Month. Today, we are celebrating Hispanic cuisine. Now, I know I'm not an authentic Hispanic, obviously, but I have enlisted the help of an authentic Hispanic today. We have special guest, Student Government Association Vice President, Miss Jessica Lopez. Ms. Lopez, how you doing this morning?
I'm doing good, Mr. Ah. How are you? Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. Today, we have a lot of good food, and we're going to make you hungry, so we hope you brought your appetites.
All right. Yeah, we are all hungry, doing well, and we're ready for some awesome Hispanic cuisine. I'm going to get it started off very nice, light, and easy for y'all with something that everybody can do. Okay, so what you're going to need, we are doing elote, okay, and that is Mexican street corn, which we can get at street fairs all over. That's where I had it for the first time, and I loved it. So I'm going to show you a really easy, quick way to make it. What you're going to need today is some foil. You're going to need some tongs to grab the corn. You're going to need something to cook it in. Now, I have a Ninja Foodie air fryer here that I'm going to use, but you can also use your oven. All right, we are going to bake at 400 degrees. And we're going to bake for 10 minutes today, flipping in the middle at 5 minutes. Okay. So what you want to do, I've already got a piece in there, but you want to get your foil out, cut a nice sheet open that you're going to use, pop it in your air fryer or on your baking sheet, whichever you're using, the oven or a fryer. Okay. What you want to do is go ahead and spray the inside with olive oil or vegetable oil, whatever you want to use. This is extra virgin olive oil, baking spray. So make sure you just spray down your foil inside so the corn doesn't stick. Okay, now next you're going to need some spray butter. Okay, now what you want to do is take your corn, you want to spray down with some spray butter. Okay, now you can be generous here. You want
always generous with the butter. Always make sure you're generous with the butter.
That's right. I can't believe there's not enough butter. So we want to get that corn dripping with butter. Now, this is your glue, okay? We have here a mixture of salt, chili pepper, cheese, chipotle, and cumin, otherwise known as everything but the elote from Trader Joe's. So you can go ahead and mix all those spices together if you like, or you can just use a nice mixture like this one. And we have our spray butter on our corn already. So we're just going to spice it up with our elote. Make sure you are getting each side equally. Do not be afraid to get a little messy, okay? You want to get that corn dressed up very nicely. So now we have our spray buttered and spiced up corn, okay? I'm going to go ahead and pop that in the Ninja Foodie, and we are going to start that up at 400 degrees. And we're going to do it for 10 minutes. And we're going to check in 5. So there we've got that. Now, Ms. Lopez, what have you got cooking over there in the cucina?
I got some good knockout food for you. We're going to start off with some 7 blend macaroni and cheese. That's right. I said 7 blends. So we have mild, we have sharp, we have extra, we have cheddar, we have Gouda, we have 4 blend Mexican style, and last but not least, we have mozzarella, all baked to perfection at 400 degrees in a nice family-sized pan with about 2 pounds of elbow macaroni, layered as if it was lasagna, smothered with butter around the edges for that nice crust, that nice crispy crust. And now, here we go. You're gonna travel in my kitchen. And as we start, so basically what we have is a 7-layered macaroni and cheese. Okay, like I said, it has Kobe, mozzarella, mild, sharp, extra, 4 blend Mexican style. And there's one more, Gouda. That was the one I forgot originally. I stick Gouda in there. And what I do is I layer it all I use my, I do it Southern style. So I use my heavy milk mix and pour it in, and then sprinkle it with some breadcrumb, add some extra cheese on top, and bake it in the oven. And this is, you see that there's a piece missing because that's what's going to be shown with the final plating. And then over here, in my little pot, you see I have, you may not be able to see it, but I have black beans sauteing in there. And then in my big pot, I have what's left of my yellow rice. On top of that, this is where we're gonna have our air fryer war. On top of that, I bring you to this is my baby in my kitchen. This is what helps me cook. So here is my air fryer.
She's beautiful.
And inside there, there's a secret weapon in here. We have 3-ounce pork chops.
What up? Pork chops.
And they're just very lightly seasoned. They have, I use Mrs. Dash because I don't use salt at all in any of my cooking. So I use Mrs. Dash products for everything. So all of my seasoning. Besides, I use a little bit of sazon because I have to, me being Puerto Rican, I can't do meat without my sazon, but I use it very, very lightly when it comes to my meats. Because like I said, I use the different blends of Mrs. Dash. Now with everything that I just showed you, okay, I'm gonna actually sit here and actually send it back to you and find out how we doing on that corn.
Our corn is about halfway there, okay? So we take it out. It's starting to get a little bit. We just want to flip it over just to spread out the kernels, make sure they're all getting cooked. So we're just going to flip it over on the other side. Now, what you may want to do in this in-between here is to just add a little bit more spray butter if you really like the spray butter like me. Okay, so just make sure you spray those up. And maybe even just a little bit more elote seasoning because some does come off while you're cooking, even though you glued it up really good. All right, so just do those up. We're going to go ahead and let them cook for the last 5 minutes or so. While we do that, I just want to show you all what we're going to do for the coating. Okay, so take your bowl. We're going to go ahead and scoop out a nice generous portion of mayo here. Okay, this much mayo by itself is gross, but we're going to make something cool with it. So make sure you get the mayo in there. And then you can apply your hot sauce however much or however little you want. We're going to go ahead and gamble here. We're going to, yeah, that's like a good amount.
That's going to be caliente. That's a lot of hot sauce because I know what brand you're using too.
So we put a bunch of sriracha in here and we're going to make our own spicy mayo. So mix that up really good. You want that pink looking color, okay? And I'm sure you guys can see the pink. Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So we want that nice pink color. Oh, it smells good, right? It smells really good.
Bring it up so we can see it.
Check it out.
Oh, the light. There you go.
There we go.
So that's the angle.
Want this nice pink color here? Let's take a little taste test, see if it's too hot. Oh, it's good. It's good. Just the mayo and hot sauce is good. Oh, it's so bad for you. Don't ever do that.
Corn. Save some for the corn.
All right, so we got enough here for the corn. We got a couple minutes left on that, but we're going to coat the corn in this when we're done. Ms. Lopez, what do you got over there? Anything?
All right. So we saw my macaroni and cheese. We saw my rice. And we saw the beans. And my specialty inside my little vortex over here. So now I'm going to bring it all together for you. And if you were eating in my house, this is what your plate would look like. We have the yellow rice with the black beans, the very top crispy macaroni and cheese, and the lovely 3-ounce pork chop.
Okay, my address is one. No, I'm just kidding. Wow.
I told you I don't play when it comes to the kitchen.
Oh man, Mr. Graham's gonna want that. I want that. Jeez. All right.
Listen, but
This
wait,
Lopez means business.
I'm actually gonna hold on. Let me see what. All right, perfect. Now you hear the crust, right?
Oh yeah.
Look at that. Look how just pulling it apart. You can see all of the cheese in there.
That is beautiful. Oh man. So tell us a little bit about that meal. Is this a meal that you make for your family like frequently? Is it a meal that is special for something?
Well, rice and beans is a typical Hispanic, basically everyday kind of thing. The only thing is it can be, now I'm gonna hit you with the varieties. We can go white rice, pink beans, red beans, or black beans. We can go yellow rice with pink beans. Don't forget the white beans, the pinto beans, the red beans. The mac and cheese is more for special. I feel that it's more for special occasions. So I'll do it, especially if we're going to different family houses. That'll be my specialty that I'll bring. With that, the pork chops themselves, again, typical Spanish meat. We switch it up between that, fried chicken, baked chicken in the oven. I do a lot of smothered pork chops with, I told you, mushroom and garlic. And I kind of I mince it. So it goes like in this basting sauce. So when you're eating it, you're not tasting the pieces of mushrooms or the pieces of garlic. It's just a smothered sauce right on the pork chops. And that actually has to go in the oven.
All right, this corn is, I think it's ready. So let's take a look.
You think it's ready? Let's see. Let's bring it out.
It's looking pretty golden yellow over here to me. Okay, so you can nuke this as long as you want if you really want to. I don't like to go crazy on it. This is golden yellow and it is smelling pretty good to me. So we are going to coat one of these bad boys up for you so we can get a finished product here. Okay, so we have our corn. Okay, now it is extremely hot, so I advise to let it sit for a minute and not do what I'm about to do and just burn yourself all over. Okay, but here's what we want to do.
That's where you were supposed to use the tongs.
Well, I gotta get a little dirty now, you know. Get the tongs out. All right, so we have our mixed sriracha mayo. Okay, and this is our dressing for the corn. Now I know you probably never put dressing on corn before. Most people, it's awesome. So we're gonna go ahead and just use a spoon and paint up our corn real nice. Okay, thin layer, unless you want to get it all over your face, like I'm about to. Okay. So we want to just paint this corn up nice, okay? Thin little layer, you know, it's going to come off on a little bit on the plate as you're spinning it, okay? So we want to just make sure we get it nice and coated on each side of the corn, all right? Now we are going to put just a little bit more of our elote seasoning on there, just a sprinkling, okay? Just right around. Not much, because we got a bunch on there already, but just for a little extra flavor. And finally, we're going to top it off with some cheese. Now, like I said, you can put any cheese you want. I am doing a little Italian on this one, putting some Parmesan, just because I love Parmesan. That's a lot of Parmesan. All right.
So this is where now you're going to have to get dirty so that you can rub it around and make sure it's all even.
Exactly. So spin it around your plate, just like you were coating chicken or anything like that with egg. So don't be afraid to get messy. Make sure you scoop up all your sauce. And right here, we have a nice, delicious piece of elote. Okay, this is dressed up corn. I'm going to taste it. Let's see if it's good. Oh, I'm sorry to do this to
That
you.
looks amazing.
It's really
oh
good.
my God.
Mm. This is
Yes.
the real deal right here. Okay.
I know. I can tell. It looks amazing. I
So
can't. Listen, I'll send you my address. You send me yours and we'll swap recipes.
now, as you can see, this was not hard at all. I didn't really cook anything. Well, we did, but it was just corn. But the corn, the tradition of it is what we're celebrating today for Hispanic Heritage Month. Because I did not come up with this, and nobody here came up with this. This is a Hispanic treat, a tradition that I love to celebrate. So hopefully you all at home can get some of these ingredients that we had. They're all very, very common and mostly very, very cheap. We had our Elote seasoning. We had our virgin olive oil for the pan. We had our spray butter for the corn. And then our sauce was a mixture of mayo and sriracha sauce. Okay, how do you say that? Sriracha? How do you say it?
Sriracha.
Sriracha. Okay.
You sound like a Spanish villain.
Oh my God. Yeah, so again, here's some delicious. It's too light. There we go. Wait, hold on.
All right, so that's it. I'm bringing out my plate.
Let's see it.
Here, wait, I gotta lower the camera because it doesn't get the whole plate. Here we go. Hold on. Angle it up. There you go. Look. That's some I'm gonna take a nap after I eat plate.
That is a food coma plate for sure. That's when you go lay down after that.
I'm glad you guys enjoyed because I enjoyed making it. I'm even gonna be a little bit greedy right now.
How's it taste?
That's not fair. That is not fair.
That is amazing. Listen, I have been starving. I have not eaten all day just because I simply was cooking and I wanted to have food as I chew on camera.
Can you, while you're chewing, can you tell us a little bit more about when you smother the pork chops? Can you tell us like what kind of seasoning you use? Did you let them marinate
Basically,
overnight? What did you do?
What do I do is I start off with a plain gravy sauce. Thanksgiving turkey, plain gravy sauce. And what I do is I get mushrooms. And I like to get the mushrooms that are soft already because they're easier. And I hand grind them, literally. Like if you were shredding cheese, like if you were taking a chunk of cheese and grinding it, and I use the back of my grinder that has the little holes in it. And then what I do is I buy the cloves of garlic and I mince them. Mincing means is I cut it into the tiniest little pieces that you can possibly make them. If it's not working out the way I like it to, then I'll take it and then I'll grind them out. And then what I do is I take the gravy sauce, I put that with a little bit of table seasoning from Mrs. Dash, and I put it and I let it just soak everything in. It doesn't really take that long, but at the end of the day, it's well worth it because you don't have to sit here and it's not a hard recipe to make. And then what I do is I cook my pork chops in my air fryer first. And then what I do is then I'll get a pan. Here's the secret. I baste it with gravy sauce. I baste the pan with a little bit of gravy sauce. With the same gravy sauce that I used that I'm going to get ready to put on the pork chops, I put it underneath. Because when you flip the pork chops, you're going to get basically one side is going to have more seasoning than the other. Because when you flip it over, you need to make sure that both sides have the same, or at least the same amount of seasoning. So what I do is I baste my pan with the same gravy sauce. So I make enough to put on the pan, and then I'll place my pork chops and then smother. Let them go in, hit them for about 10 minutes, go in, flip, and then I like to brush. So when it comes to the gravy sauce, I don't like to pour. So what I do is I'll brush right on to the chops and then let it sit for another 10 minutes till they're nice and golden brown. And then let them come out. plate them with a little bit of rice or maybe some mashed potatoes. You know, it doesn't have to, you don't want to have too many heavy things on a plate at the same time because that's food coma.
For sure.
So
What temperature were you cooking the pork chops at?
I did them, they went in at 375.
Giancarlo in the chat said before, food coma, aka the itis. I just wanted to address
Food
that
coma,
real quick.
aka
The itis.
It's over. That's it. Listen, you'll be in a chair, knocked out. Forget about if you went to go watch a game. You're done. It's over. Lights out.
You're done.
You're done. You're done. You're done.
Amen.
So,
all right.
Hi, Dean Slade.
Dean Slade, what's happening?
She popped in on us. You missed the play.
Show her. Go ahead. Show her.
Wait, Dean, I got something for you, Dean. Hold on.
Let me see.
I'm gonna turn that frown upside down right now. Okay, Dean.
Okay.
You ready? You're not ready.
Right. I'm not ready. What is
You're
it?
not ready.
Let me see. Look. Oh my goodness.
You're not ready.
I am so hungry. I'm so hungry.
Dean, you're not ready. We made some yellow rice with some black beans, some 7 blend macaroni and cheese, and some 3-ounce pork chops in the air fryer.
Oh my goodness gracious.
All within 2 hours.
I wish I could waft it through the.
Oh, listen. My house smells amazing because all you smell is the mac and cheese, and the beans have this amazing aroma. And I turned off my candles just so that my house could smell like food.
Oh.
I'm gonna hit you one more time with it, Dean. One more time.
Now I'm interested in that. I shouldn't say, but the mac and cheese.
What? You ready?
Oh man, look how nicely it's browned on the top, and the edges have the crust. I mean, I love that edges part. Ah,
look at that! Look at that!
All I have is peanut butter.
Hey, that's good.
See, no. Oh, but that's the good peanut butter. I got that peanut butter.
You know?
That's the good peanut butter.
What you have going on over there?
We over here we made elote today. That is fancy dressed corn with we had some sriracha mayo that we put on there and some elote seasoning, and then we air fried it at 400 degrees. I took a couple bites, sorry. We air fried it for about 10 minutes, just flipping it after 5 minutes on each side, and it was awesome. Yeah.
Is that similar to Mexican street corn?
That is exactly what it is. Yep.
That's exactly what it is.
Okay.
Yeah, so me and I had a cook-off.
It was good.
Oh.
The air fryer battles.
Air fryer battles.
We could throw some salmon in there. We could throw some fish in there.
Okay.
Some red snapper. What you like, Dean?
All of that.
See?
all of that mentioned.
have a little seafood platter with some mac and cheese.
All right, we want to thank all of you for tuning in to the virtual cafe today as we celebrated Hispanic Heritage Month for the last time. We know the Hispanic Heritage Month spans September 15th to October 15th. Well, we went over a little bit. We know you enjoyed it. If you want these recipes, you can contact SLAO at essex.edu, or this video will also be on YouTube at some point today or tomorrow for YouTube reference. We hope that we didn't tease you too much. I'm sorry that we couldn't feed you some through the screen. Trust me.
Yes.
This is something that
brokenhearted, we still love you.
That's right. This is something we would have loved to have done in person, where we can give out samples on campus and get everybody involved and make your own. We will return to that eventually. But thank you for joining us today. Check it out anyway. We hope you and your families are doing well during this time. We will see you next time.